Good afternoon, Oklahoma Arsenal fans. We're going to try something new today, or something we haven't done in a while. I've got my bow here out, my Bear Kodiak, 65-pound draw weight, 30-inch draw length, with my Fuse 2-pin sight. Got the orange holographic ring around it, with the bubble level here, green on top, yellow on bottom, barking dog in the background. A string that I've ordered from a place called Circuit Archery through Amazon.com. It's a green and brown mixture with the black serving, neon green D-loop here, and it also serves as a knocking point to line up with your rest. You want those to be pretty level. Messing around trying to sight it in earlier and realized that this thing was way too low, so we had to raise it up. As you see, it's got little markings here to indicate, different yardages and stuff. And it was more of the markings on the bottom. It was bottomed out to where it's probably like a 50-yard shot. Had to raise it up because we're only shooting at about maybe 10 to 15 yards, just kind of playing around, not really doing anything super serious or anything crazy. But after raising it up, we've put 2 of the 8 arrows that we have. We've only shot 2, both of them almost dead center of the target. So we're kind of running with that, and we'll turn you around, let you see what we've done, what we got here. That bag right there is our target, and we'll give that a shot and let you see what's going on here. Alright, now we will clip our release on and get our draw. Find our anchor point. Get on target. Bam. Straight into it. It takes some kind of messing around with your stuff a little bit to find your sweet spot. You may have to move the pins up or down. Highly unlikely that you'll get them dead on the first run out the gate. Who knows? I mean, it's not impossible to believe that someone could get them dead on the first try at the yardages that you feel comfortable shooting at. As a new shooter myself, I don't believe I would be taking a shot anything over 20 yards, because I don't feel real comfortable with that just as of yet. Give it some time and a year or two of shooting and getting into it. My yardage will probably increase as far as what I feel comfortable shooting, length, and draw weight and everything. Right now this one's only 65 pounds. I've heard some of them going up to 80. I've heard of bows being that high. That's about the highest I think I've ever heard of was an 80-pound draw weight. And I believe that's on some of your newer bows. And mine's 37 years old, so my draw weight will not be that high. So far, every arrow's hit. So I think we may have found our sweet spot as far as the up and down travel of the pin housing. Now it's just time to dial those pins in where we want them. And go from there. I believe once we've dialed those pins in, we'll be spot on. So let's go ahead and see where we've hit over here. Fired 8 arrows. How many of them actually went through the bag? Let's see, there's 1 and 2 in the bag. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And the angle that they're laying at, they went straight through the bag. They didn't go over it. They went straight through and dove into the dirt. I mean, honestly, we're not shooting that far. You can see the tripod and the yellow slide over there. That's where we're shooting from. Which is only, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 feet away. Because these are right at a 12-inch length of boot. And we're only 29 feet from this point here to the front leading edge of the target. So at the angle those arrows went through, they had to have gone through right around here and possibly this area within about this 8 to 10 inch span right here. So with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it right there for now, and once we get an official target with pinpoint aiming points on it, we'll go from there, and we'll dial our pins in and get them at the ranges we want. And we can get you can get range finders at Bass Pro, Cabela's, Walmart sells them, that are laser rangefinders that tell you exactly how far yardage away you are, as far as whether you're 10, 15, 20, 30 yards away. And you can kind of go from there and find your comfortable sweet spot as far as your distance you want to shoot from, and dial your pins in. And they're pretty simple, just little screws on the side. We can show you what we're talking about here. Most of them are fairly similar, if not almost the same, as far as how they're adjusted. If you look at the side of this one, there are 2 screws right there, the ones with the little brass pieces behind them. You adjust those, and those slots, you can slide those up or down to get your distance in, or get your spacing out of where you want them at. This one only has 2. You can add more because it's got more slots for it. You could probably put 5. I think I've heard of as many as 5 total in there, depending on how far you want to shoot. Those little hash marks on the side right here, those gray marks, those are for up and down, your vertical travel. And then you've got, as you can see here, if I can get the light to shine just right, the hash marks on those for your windage, left and right, as far as where you want to be on that. But once we get our target that has pinpoint sight positions on it, we can dial in from there. Try to get that sun out from behind us. That's a pretty bright deal. And we'll get our sights dialed in and have our ranges done, and we'll be ready for deer season by the time it gets here next year. So we'll go ahead and call it right there, and see you guys on the next video.